Koholo, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ruchochorash, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Apple's augmented reality slash virtual reality headset will dominate WWDC, which is their worldwide developer developers conference, even though it won't be there. So as you see some Edomites just tweaking off that witchcraft, right? It says here Apple is set to hold its worldwide developers conference event on Monday, ushering in and take in how many sixes there is in iOS 16, iPad OS 16, TV OS 16, Watch OS 9, and Mac OS 13. So their iOS is for their iPhones, that's their software. The same thing with their iPad, that bigger iPhone just without the phone capabilities, a tablet as you would. Their TV OS, which is for their Apple, like how you have a Roku or like an Android box. Well, that's Apple's version. Their Watch OS, so operating system, OS just means operating system. That's for their iWatches, and their Mac OS operating system, which is for their laptops. But a future Apple augmented reality or virtual reality headset will hover over the show regardless of whether it's there or not because there's a huge interest for this bullshit, right? And you see it with you just hear buzzwords as you operate in society, like metaverse and virtual reality and cashless society and digital and all this shit. Why do you think? Because as I learned from watching Men of Valor 12, shout outs to y'all. A brother had brought out that the whole world is under Yahweh Shemashai's prophecy. All right, so we know, thanks to Yahweh Shemashai, he put it on the spirit of Elder Apostle Tahar of Great Millstone to label this year the year of the turn up. So both righteousness and wickedness is turning up, you know what I'm saying? And so you have people turning up for wickedness. That's why you see stuff like augmented reality and cashless society, and you're seeing a lot of even addressing the extreme, like I'm talking about the ones that are on welfare and government checks. Like they're really weaning people off mailing these checks to your house. Like they really push for electronic shit, you know what I'm saying? And then they also, same thing with tax returns. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with receipts. They'll be like, "Hi, would you like us to email you a receipt?" Or they'll even say, you don't need a receipt. We could just email you a copy. Like just little things. It's called gradualism. All right, so let's get the scripts. This is Captain Yahushai, right? The author and finisher of our faith, the King of Kings, our ultimate king, our ultimate priest, our ultimate prophet, everlasting Father, and beyond. This is John chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own, right? You know what I'm saying? When you were doing wickedness, people around you congratulated you, but then when you started doing righteousness, nah, man, I can't. If y'all seen that the music video with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, he's like, yo, hit this motherfucker G. He's like, nah, man, I can't fuck with that. He's like, what are you, 5-0? He's like, I ain't no motherfucking cop. He's like, well, hit this then, motherfucker. Right, so, sorry, just some levity. But going back to the point, when you started doing righteousness and you couldn't, you stopped fucking with stealing, you stopped fucking with, all the stuff not to do. The world started thinking that, like, what is this nigga? Is this nigga? So I'm just talking to you how, like, the circles I operate in. What is this nigga? Are you better than us? And that's the vibe they push on because it's a spiritual thing, right? But going on, it says, but because ye are not of the world, but I, all right? Notice how it says I, Yahweh Shai, he delivered us. And it started with Yahweh Shai, and then you have the Ruach Chodash, the Holy Spirit that works our mind, right? And then Elder Apostle Gabar of Great Millstone filled in the missing pieces in my mind, per se. He said, it's the angels that encamp about that, those that fear, Yahweh Shai, and they work our mind. You know what I'm saying? Get this precept, go over there, go into the commentary for this. Drop this epistle, go to this brother's epistle, write a comment, like a comment, don't like a comment. Add this to a playlist, share this playlist, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that further the ministry. All right, so, but I have chosen you out of the world, right? And no man get to the Father except by through the Son. So ultimately, it was Yahweh Bashem Yeshai, the Heavenly Father, that gave Yahweh Shai, our ultimate shepherd, the sheep, which is the elect, and practically the whole world as well in the universe, and beyond, etc., etc. Therefore, the world hateth you, so it absolutely will hate you. So jumping back to this, you can't escape it. You see, these people, they know that this was a fucked up planet. They may not say it like yo, this is fucked up, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. How does it go again? It goes like, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Roughly paraphrasing, but I know that bad boy's in a proverb somewhere. So I'm not going to get it, though. So the point is, people know. So now they're turning to drug. Well, I mean, they've been turning to drugs. Well, first it was alcohol and opioids and shit, because there's nothing new under the sun. Basically, they're turning to distraction. Let's just get to the lowest common denominator, the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? They're turning to distraction, and this is one of them. But this is getting them set up to just, because these video games, you're not free in these video games. You're only allowed to do what the programmers programmed the perimeters to. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, this shit is like Minecraft. Like, yeah, you could be given all these tools to create and shit, but you're only allowed to create what the video game will allow you to, the limit of the video game. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're going to keep playing and then your character pop out the damn screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fake. It's not real. Just like this society. In fact, you could go as far as to say that this whole place is a goddamn metaverse. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the world's going to hate us. So, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because know if the world hated you, it hated Yahweh Shai first. And besides, we're the messenger. When Birdman went to on the Breakfast Club, and then Charlemagne was like, you didn't pull up the trick that you looked at. I'm just the radio guy. Like, we're just the messenger. But then on some 300 shit, we are also down with who sent the message, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're a middleman or a third party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're with you, Yahweh Shai. We believe in the message. You know what I'm saying? But the world is in darkness, and they absolutely hate the message, which is fucked up, because what they're basically saying is they hate truth, which is essentially, if you boil it down to this whole spiritual battle, it's just truth versus lie. And we know that you can't fuck with the truth. But what you can do off a lie is you can create some pretty powerful shit, because as we learned from the apostles of Great Millstone on down, or at least I did, and now you are too, you can't tell a lie without knowing the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all this bullshit that we see, all these lies, like, they were based off the truth. But you don't base something off the truth, because then that's a lie. It's either the truth or not, right? Let your yea be yay or your nay be nay. But in this world, right, you have fucking 50 fucking shades of gray, you know what I'm saying? So fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why the world's gonna hate us too, because it's like they know that we give off a spiritual vibe that like, yo, fuck this world, man. We're like on the right hand side, we're like fuck this world. You know, and Tupac was on the left hand side with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it failed. Because if it's of men, it will come to naught. But if it's of Yahweh Bashem Rashai, it will stand. I think that's in Acts. So this is John. Once again, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach speaking, John 18:36. Yahweh Shai answered, my kingdom is not of this world. Now, it's contextual as well as infinite because, well, no, I shouldn't say infinite because eventually this world will be what Yahweh Shai wants it to, well, ultimately Yahweh Bashem Yeshai wants it to be. And then after that, 1,000 years, um, it will be relinquished, it will be given into the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai. You know, so, but up until the point that, you know, we see Yahweh Shai return, this is Esau's world, you know what I'm saying? Job 9:24. You know what I'm saying? So Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the Jews. See how this is contextual? Because it was talking about leading up until the point of Yahushua's death. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing his earthly ministry. So, but now it's also applicable to today's times because if I'm just trying to explain this to you in English, you know, if this was a more righteous kingdom, then you would have more people of our nation fighting for the truth, you know. But as you can see, and I say this to, you know, our nation's shame, you look around, majority of the Israelites are asleep. Like, they literally are honorary Edomites. Like, it's a goddamn shame. It's like all they do is bring salt to wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're cooking a shitty-ass fucking meal on the stove. It comes off the shitty stove. It smells like shit, looks like shit. And then Jake wants to bring golden cutlery to the meal. It's like DJ turntable scratch. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go to AP. You already know Apostle Paul, Romans 12:2. And but then, you know, he was inspired by Yahweh Shai. So ultimately, these are the words of Yahweh Shai, who we know ultimately it's the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? Your lob, your heart, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai power. So, in other words, you have to be a judge, you have to be a priest, in a sense, you have to be a king, you know, you have to be a shepherd, you also have to be humble enough to be a sheep. It's a whole, you see, I can only explain it in English, right? Obviously, this truth is way more in depth and it's way more beautiful and rich, right? It's like me trying to count droplets in a never-ending ocean, right? But we know that Yahweh Shai will give you everything you need. Give us this day our daily bread, right? In Matthew chapter 6 in the Adon Plal, the Our Father in English, if you would. All right? So we can't be conformed to this world. People are so comfortable in this fucking world that they want a world within this fucking world on some Inception shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, you're telling me you love this world so much that you want to create a world within this world. But that's essentially what Esau Edom wants, right? He wants the people asleep and then harvest their energy. They symbolically show you this in the Matrix, right? That's why Yahweh Shemeshai has these movies come out, and then he also has brothers harp on these certain movies, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if brothers didn't harp on these movies, then, you know, yo, if they show you this in Matrix and he, you know, and then it's not talked about, it's like it won't really be known. But, you know, these examples constantly come up. What's another one? Book of Eli comes up often. Motherfucking, the one with Will Smith. I Am Legend. I, Robot. You know what I'm saying? These movies are consistently Roots, the TV show, um, all that. All that. So we're gonna end off with First John chapter 2 verse 15. Yahushua Hamashiach speaking. Love not the world, or any or world within worlds, or anything like that. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, right? Because essentially it's all temporal and it's all under a wicked vibration and it's all going to be burnt up. So what's the point of loving it? You might even have children and they might be burnt up. You might have a wife who's been with you for 17 years. That bitch gonna be burnt up because it's a spiritual thing and there's no respect of persons with Yahweh Shemashai. It's so yes or no that like we can't even comprehend how you're either on the side of either a tool for righteousness or a tool for wickedness. That's it. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. The love of Yahweh will Yahweh Shai, right? And essentially the mark of exemption. You know what I'm saying? Because mark them that sigh and cry for the wicked done. It's in Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? Super roughly. Like, I'm not even paraphrasing it. I'm like throwing... but that's how powerful the scriptures are, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to bring this out there. So with that, I hope y'all were edified. Shalom.